Buongiorno, everybody. I have something really fun for you today. So thank you for coming and showing up today and being part of, Dorina's Kitchen and my whole back to the table movement. I really hope that you all get something out of all of this, because I really do. I love being here with you guys. Anyway, so today is a really gloomy day here on the East Coast and actually all over the country. Texas is getting slammed everywhere. I mean, this is a crazy winter, but we haven't had a really bad winter in a while that in my scattered recollection. So anyway, today we're going to make an ingredient that you can make an awesome, warm, cozy, and maybe for some of you reminiscent of childhood dish. I've done pasta with ricotta before on the show here. Pasta with ricotta is just like Italian mac and cheese. But today we're going to actually make the homemade ricotta. So you can make pasta with ricotta. You can have it as a side. You can drizzle honey on it. Oh, there's so many good things, I'll tell you. Anyway, if you want to make this with me, it is really quick and easy, and you could do it right now, because this one is a quick and done thing. It's just a little bit precise. So as long as you've got a thermometer, you can make this. Everybody's got milk, right? Everybody got milk? And everybody has vinegar. Ideally, we're going to be Italian. We're using red wine vinegar. You can use white wine vinegar. You can use any vinegar. You can use lemon juice in the same proportions that I'm going to give you right now. There are things you can use, the other coagulants that are chemical. These are things you have in your kitchen. So my normal recipe is a 3-quart recipe, makes about a pound of ricotta. Today I'm just using a half gallon, so that's going to be 2 quarts. So we are just skimming it down by 2, because the recipe is 2 quart, per quart of milk, it's about a tablespoon of vinegar. So that's all you need to know, except for the temperature. So I'm going to start by pouring my whole half gallon. I didn't put it into something new because I'm putting the whole thing in. So, I'm going to make it in some pretty little glass pitcher. It's a half a gallon of organic milk. And you definitely, you got to use whole milk, because this is, the way to do it. All right, so we're going to start heating up our milk, because it's all about the right temperature. So what you're going to do is you're going to heat it up to 175 degrees. What you don't want to get it too hot though. So what you want to do is maybe at like about 160, 165, turn it down to low, because it's going to still keep warming, but you don't really want it going way too hot. And that's kind of really it. You need a tablespoon. I don't, me, I kind of throw stuff in, but this I actually use my actual measuring spoon, because I don't want to accidentally put in too much vinegar. Now, most people don't put salt in their ricotta. Some people will put a pinch. It's up to you. Ricotta is made to be then embellished. It's a part of things. Although, all by itself, it's just so good. And when you make your own, let me tell you something. If you make cannoli out of homemade ricotta, it blows away any of the best ricotta you can buy. No cannoli is as good as a homemade ricotta cannoli. So you can put the vinegar in whenever. I like it to get just a little warm. All right, already right now it's probably body temperature, because it's about just the chills off of it already. And I've got it on my high burner. So anyway, the other things you want to have while we're sitting here waiting for the milk to warm up is you want to have a strainer. So you want to have some kind of a little column, a cute little red colander in a bowl to drip. Or you could use like one of these one of these with a bowl, and you want to have some cheesecloth. Now, some people, if you have a really, really fine mesh, like this one, I probably wouldn't need to put the cheesecloth in, but I don't like to lose even one little curd, so I still throw in one thin layer of cheesecloth. You don't want to touch the bottom of the pan, because the pot is always going to be hotter, so you just want this in the middle of the milk, and it is slowly going up. We want it to get to 175. All right, we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of vinegar. 1, 2. And we're just going to give that a quick, I'm going to boil my thermometer. Quick stir. I'm now going to turn this down. Once it gets to 175, that's when we're gonna, it's gonna really come to that curdle. Now the longer you let it cook, the drier your curd becomes. So if you take it out, once it hits 175, if you start ladling it out, it's gonna be a really moist, wet, tasty, creamy ricotta. If you let it go a little longer, let it cook a little, like an extra couple of minutes, anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes, it's gonna be a little bit of it's still gonna be really creamy. It's gonna be a little bit of a tighter, little bit of a drier ricotta. And boom, we're at temperature. So I've turned it down to lower, and now we're just going to let this cook for a couple minutes. Hopefully, put in enough of this goodies to get it going. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to take some out, but I'm going to let the rest go for another minute. But anyway, that's all it is. It's really simple. You can drain some here. You put this in. Okay, first of all, let me just show you. All right, it's draining. But look how cute this is. Got my own little bit of home. Now, if I let this sit longer also, if you're not sure how long you want it to cook on the stove and to get it drier, just letting it sit in the drain here will also, it'll dry out a little bit. Oh my gosh. So simple and so yummy. It's creamy. It's light. It's fluffy. It's like fluffy ricotta. Where can you buy fluffy ricotta? You buy a container of ricotta, it's all packed in real tight. Fluff it up. So this is our beautiful little bit of ricotta here. There's more in the pot. So I'm going to take, oh yeah, there's a lot more in the pot now. You'll know when it's coming close to being done when you're still going to, like I said, you're going to still have some whey in here. And like I said, you can bake with it or whatever, but it becomes clearer. And all of, at the beginning, you're going to get some of these curds and it still looks milky all around. But as it gets more done, you're going to see that all that milkiness becomes more curd, and the milk part, the liquid, the whey becomes kind of like a clear, almost like a yellowish clear kind of liquid. So that's when you're really getting close to it all being done. That's gonna turn into ricotta. So I've got this nice little container here, and I've got this much more here. It's probably a good, I'm gonna say a good probably 3 cups at least of ricotta. So it's quite a bit left there. So anyway, make some homemade ricotta. Next time you need to make a dessert, next time you need to make something for dinner, you want to make a quick little lasagna or you want to make, let me tell you, fill some kind of ravioli or something like that with this kind of ricotta. So good. Homemade ricotta, it's so easy, and people think, oh, you make your own ricotta. I'd love to learn how to do that. Of course, everybody wants to learn, but I'm telling you, 2 ingredients, milk and some vinegar. You just need a coagulant, and vinegar is a natural one. I've got organic red wine vinegar here. I've got organic milk. It's not that often you can find organic ricotta at the store that actually tastes good. Make your own for the price of a half a gallon of milk. You got enough for dinner, or you got enough for a nice dessert, or ricotta cheesecake. There's so many good things you can do with this. Or you can just take this. You want something sweet? You just take a little blob of the ricotta, drizzle a little honey, throw some little, you know what you do? You take some raisins, or if you have some currants are they use those in Italy a lot on the ricotta. But some little dried currants, little raisins, something, and cook them up. Like plump them up in like a little bit of sweet red wine. Cook them up, and then what you do is you put those plump wined raisins on top, and then you drizzle it with honey, and then you just eat it like that. Just like that, like you would a little cup of custard or pudding or mousse. Forget that sugary sweet crap. You use a little bit of homemade ricotta, put a little good honey. Oh, I'm telling you. Now, if you drizzle some honey on it, a lot of times, your good honeys, you don't want to, if it's not liquidy, just warm it up enough so that it will spread. Don't get it really hot, because then you kill all the properties that are healthy for you. And the thing is, if we're going to have dessert, what's wrong with it being a little healthy too? Good for you. So anyway, I really hope you enjoy this today. Last thing, please go to my page and look up the favorite chef competition. It's Fave Chef, FAVCHEF/2021/Dorina. Go on there and vote for me each day. I'm trying to win this competition, and if I win, I get a 2-page spread in Bon Appetit magazine. Oh, and some money too, but that's beside the point, and I can hire some help. But anyhow, please, would you go look for the link on my page? Please vote for me daily. You can vote for free once every 24 hours. You can also purchase votes. Those go to a really good cause. I don't ask you that for me. Of course, I would love the votes, but I ask you that because it's a good cause for Feeding America. So please consider, a donation to Feed America, and it would also help me, which also helps you, which also helps everybody. So, we all just kind of feed each other, Anyway, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Ciao.